These weeks, the five brothers will kill only a tiny proportion of their food. They'll steal or scavenge the rest. The wildebeest migration brings them more than they need. The lions regain their strength. Fire-refreshed, glowing grasslands host hundreds of thousands of animals. Even without the predators, sick or weak animals die every day. The scavengers are well catered for. Every morning they gather for the night's harvest. Today, the flock of vultures have an unexpected guest. A male Kori bustard, Africa's largest flying bird. Its delicate table manners seem out of place here. Great bustards pick mainly at fruits and seeds, but they don't turn up their bill at a little morsel of meat. Those raised tail feathers show he's in the mood for mating. And that marabou standing tall in front of him looks like a rival. That's something no self-respecting bastard can tolerate. To the stork, all this is simply too silly. But the bastard won't let up. So the marabou finally just ignores the cog. The brothers are enjoying the easy life. As long as there are no powerful lions to challenge them, they can take anything they like. Whoever actually killed it? Black-backed jackals get most of their food the same way. But there's a family issue here. This cub really ought to start fending for himself. His parents are trying to make that very clear. They don't mean him any harm, but he's no longer welcome in their territory. They're literally pushing him away. While hyenas await the scraps from Olobor and Orpadan's stolen breakfast, the parent jackal is getting ever more annoyed with its adolescent offspring. But it would seem a nagging parent is preferable to scary independence. They really have to insist. His time is up. Olobor's mother once cast him out the same way. Many sons of carnivores suffer this fate, which doesn't make it feel any less of a rejection. As the day warms up across the savannah, the lions have almost finished their breakfast. Time to seek a shady place to rest. Nothing but scraps left for the real hunters. And now the jackals are getting cheeky too. Sometimes you just can't win. Now, lame Olomina claims the privileges of an alpha male, even if the lioness doesn't seem quite convinced he's earned it. But something's a little awry here. Her teats are full. That would normally mean she's lactating. And 2 kilometers away, 3 tiny babies are hidden in a den. They're hungry, waiting for their mother. But Olomina won't let her go to them. For too long, he's had no opportunity to mate, weakened by his wounds. The lioness has just given birth to his brother's young. But a rare hormone imbalance has made her receptive again. It's an unexpected chance for Olomina, as his brothers are no longer interested. The lioness is beside herself and wants only to return to her cubs, but he keeps forcing her back. Forced couplings often happen after a territory takeover, but that was 5 months ago. For a few days during her pregnancy, the lioness was compliant. Olomina exploited that. Now it's dangerous for the newborns. Torn by conflicting instincts, the lioness moves away, followed by her suitor. She shelters from the heat of the day next to a small brook. When Olomina is briefly distracted by the elephants, she seizes her chance. This is the moment to disappear. She finally makes it to the den and her pregnant sister, but she's slow to approach the babies. The abandoned Romeo, free of the elephants, stubbornly follows her tracks. When he reaches the den, he's more cautious. Perhaps he's already had a bad experience here. Meanwhile, the little ones are starving. The mum they waited for so patiently doesn't exactly greet them warmly. Her hormones are desperately out of kilter. Side swipes alternate with gentle licking, the usual way of stimulating a baby's digestion. Olomina's presence is making things worse. Abashed, shameful, he withdraws. Olomina may sense the situation is explosive. He holds back. For the babies, it's an emotional roller coaster. They need their mother and her milk. But she veers between affection and brusque rejection. Hungry, scared, the little ones creep between the adults. It's like running a gauntlet. There's no sanctuary anywhere. Even their mother's sister, heavily pregnant herself, is in no shape to look after another's offspring. The cub's life is hanging by a thread. This time of year, September, is still supposed to be rather dry. But in the northern Serengeti, unscheduled showers are nothing unusual. A rainstorm disturbs a martial hawk eagle's meal. Not far away is the huge expanse of Lake Victoria. Vast quantities of water evaporating every day can return as rain, making the Masai Mara especially attractive to migrating herds in the dry season. Heavy rain showers are dangerous for tiny lion cubs. Right now they need all their strength. Thankfully, their mother's hormone levels have settled. She can care for her young in the normal way. She carefully carries her cubs away from the den. It's become too wet. Olomina hasn't bothered her for 3 days now. Everything seems to be all right. But the lame lion's obsessional behavior has claimed a victim. Only 2 of the 3 cubs are still alive, and they must survive any more hormonal swings over the next few weeks. The rain has turned the once charred plains a brilliant green. Yet with their heavy muzzles, the buffalo have trouble plucking the fresh shoots. Nevertheless, this is still a good time for them. The migrations have brought them weeks of freedom from the lions. The wildebeest are far easier prey. Young bull buffalo can enjoy friendly skirmishes, play fights. the mothers can relax too. Amongst all the wildebeest, even the warthogs can take it easy for a while. And except for the buffalo, all the hooved animals love the juicy short grass. But soon the great migration must continue back to the southern Serengeti. The deadly power struggle between lions and buffalo will begin again. The female that Olomina harassed for so long seems to be at peace. The 5 brothers' first offspring are doing well. The lioness stays away from the fathers as far as she can. It's not clear how they will interpret their unfamiliar paternal role. They watch and wait. Their curiosity grows from day to day. Olobor, mighty leader of the 5, cautiously nears the bush where his first children are hiding. Their mother must still be approached carefully. He's especially docile today. Sometimes she seeks close contact. Other times she's uncontrollably aggressive. At the sight of their young guarded by their erratic mother, the Pride Kings seem rather subdued. They're curious, but they can't seem to find a confident way to relate to their new family. The female seems uncomfortable with the males. Their presence disturbs her, and there's no sign of them moving on. So, she just moves house again. There are plenty of suitable places to stay along the river. She knows them all and soon finds a new home. Olobor, meanwhile, re-establishes his territorial rights. For the lioness, the stream is more than just another place to hide the cubs. It's the grass and the water. Perfect conditions for wildebeest. They love the juicy shoots, so some herds walk to the brook every day. Hearing the baying of wildebeest, the lioness benefits from all the years she's spent here. Quickly she slips into position without arousing the attention of the herd. A herd offers safety in numbers, but not equally. Animals at the rear are slowed by those in front. Wildebeest are easier to hunt than buffalo, not only because they're lighter. They would never turn round as a group to protect each other. No one comes to help. Olosiadu the cautious had his beady eye on the pride females. In minutes he's on the spot. He knows this female can be sensitive and lets her eat alone. He'll get his lion's share later. All pride males steal the female's kills. But in exchange, they protect the pride young against any threat. Without this protection, a lioness could rarely raise her cubs to independence. That's the deal between the sexes. But today he waits until she's had her fill and is on her way back to the young. Soon, the land belongs to the locals. Late September. In the short rainy season, wildebeest leave the Masai Mara for the mineral-rich plains of the southern Serengeti. When the last columns cross the Mara River, the balance of power changes. Now the lions confront their most formidable adversary. The brothers must prove that they have what it takes to hold territory all year round. And the tensions between them are rising.